Hello and welcome to another little journey through the southern African continent as we gaze in awe at all the pretties, the shinies, the greens, the blues, African minerals, everything south of the Congo. That's what we do here at Toprock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler and sometimes retailer of minerals and fossils. Good times, droozies, and sometimes bad hairstyles that we hide behind pig hoodies. Brian. That's right. If you're new here, welcome. Happy days. Please introduce yourself in the live chat, not the other chat, not the comment section, the chat section. To claim a flat, just write down the flat number, and if your claim is first on our screen, then you are the winner. And then in 7 weeks' time, we'll remind you that if you don't pay, you lose your 7 days. What did I say? Weeks. 7 days, not 7 weeks. If you don't pay, you lose it. That's right. And all those beautiful Brandbergs that you wanted, I will buy. No. Right. Isn't that right? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's pretty much it. We've got a busy little schedule today. 3 trolleys as usual for the Tuesday. There's more planchite. There's more copper. The botroidals are out in full force. Rimfos Mark Fluorite makes a brief return, and there's also there's no Ocaruso today, but there is a citrine, and it's on the first trolley. So hey, come on, let me get started on that. Right. Oh, and a lot of blue lace, because why? We got a lot of blue lace in. Thank you, Gary. Righto. First up today, we've got some banded agate. From easy to say Madagascar. It is in fact from Madagascar. This is a pear, partly polished on the one side. Beautiful patterns, beautiful agate, beautiful translucency. She's pretty and she has a partner. This little fella here. Not polished there. I don't know if that was done on purpose just to keep things flat, but there you go. A Malagasy banded blue agate, weighing all of if I don't drop everything, weighing all of, bless you, Cara, 1.51 kilograms. This little pair is going to cost $30. This is flat 693. On to polished malachite from, well, yes, Congo. Way up north of Zambia. I find it necessary to point that out because, hey, geography, it's not for everyone who sneezes out loud and doesn't wipe their screen.
I sneeze to the side.
Okay, just checking. Here's a beautiful little, well, it's not a standard, well, you can stand it in any number of ways, but it has enough vugs to elicit all kinds of imaginative things, such as, can I get lost in there? Can I find a dream in there? Can I put my finger in there? Well, to find out, you'll have to buy it. This little fella, along with the smaller fella, weighs all of 1.21 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. It's going to cost $51. That's for a whole lot of green dream. It's 555. On to some Bukanotok. You can say it with me. Bukanotok. It's a little town on the border of Limpopo and Mpumalanga province, as well as Gauteng. You could say it's a frontier town, which it literally is. Spirit quartz, as this is more fondly known as. This little fella here's got a little bit of a chip on the tip. But other than that, they are pretty wicked. He says, and the very next one is pretty shit. Hooray! We're not going to leave it there. We're going to ensue our little dream for perfection. And this one here is pretty close. That's a lot of iron beneath the window there. Limonite and a bit of red hematoid. What else have we got here? That's alright. I imagine this would be rated very good to A grade. No doubtski aboutski. There's more A grade than very good here. They weigh all of 1.2 kilograms. In fact, this is rated only as A grade, but I will argue that fact. It's $65, 1.2 kilos, pretty par for the course. That's a flat 603. On to some Toku standing freeforms, also fondly known as the Wanderer Stone. That's because we're constantly wondering what the devil it is. But that gemmy green clinical in a sea of mica is, well, where we've pretty much kind of, not really, almost, but yes, maybe settled upon the ID. It's still a very attractive mineral in amongst the mica and the biotite. These three rated as very good to A grade. They weigh 960 grams. They're going to cost $48. It's flat 705. Onto some pink tourmaline and beautiful lepidolite. That's lepidolite mica flakes over there. The color is not derived from lithium. It is manganese. Same reason why that tourmaline is pink. That's because of manganese. This beauty here is joined by another beauty. And that, oh geez, look at that dark purple grape coloured lepidolite mica all round. That's a beautiful specimen to join the other one. This one looks like it has a little crack there. It's not too bad, it's not budging. All right, it's rated very good. They weigh all of 2.4 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $58. This is flat number 558. Moving on to a bit of a collector's item and a rarity of note. These pseudomorphs. It says malachite after azurite. Or strictly speaking, you can go chrysocolla after malachite after azurite, but that's a hell of a mouthful and I'm tired of saying it already. Never mind writing out the tags. That's right, the pain and the cramping in the hand is real. You can see the malachite morphing or imitating or just taking over, really. It's kind of a bit like your mother-in-law taking over the home. There we go. That's malachite blades. And there are 4 specimens here with a lot of malachite blades. Blades not being a natural habit for malachite, so yes, it's a pseudomorph. There we go. I think we covered that now for the rest of the year. Sweet. Chrysocolla in there as well. They are fragile, as are most beautiful, pretty little things. They weigh, rated as A grade, all of them. They weigh 1.23 kilograms. They're going to cost $89. It is flat 562. Then we hop, skip, and a jump onto Erongo, that funky ass place with all the fluorescent magic in Namibia. Brings us purpurite, confused with cobalt bloom 100 years ago in Canada. It was cleared up eventually, and yes, it's manganese, not cobalt. There are 12 of these cob little pieces. You can see a lot of brown in the mix there. That is iron heavy heterosite. And that iron heavy heterosite is the reason why we're not going to take these metallic shiny purple beauties to the darkroom, because iron subdues fluorescence faster than your mother-in-law subdues the joy of life. Right, so these weigh all of 2.47 kilograms. They are rated good to A grade. $44. This is flat 959. On to, hey, here we go. There, I like these. This is Swazi Bloodstone. There are 3 standing points. And look at the translucency. Maybe I should put that torchy off. Here you go. Look at the translucency, if you can kind of see there past the clear quartz. And then pyrite for days and days. And it's a very attractive little hot toddy red jasper point to tip it all off. Nice brecciated patterns, more red jasper, more pyrite. Ah, Good Lord, it gets so boring having these beauties around. And yet again, the third standing freeform with enough gold to, well, force a gold rush from Europe to come to South Africa and settle in Barberton, which is where these were found. These three standing freeforms, they weigh all of 1.34 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They cost $58. It is flat 826. Then, onto a flat that Cara considers to be ugly. I disagree. These three partly polished quartz specimens or clusters based on iron. You can see all that beautiful red hematoid there. And then kindly polished at the top to allow a little bit of insight into the veily depths of this crystal. The second one, also, man, polished. There's a lot of iron oxidation on the side and the planes there. You can see there's a beautiful veil beneath the plane. And then that polished point there, allowing a lot more insight. The third one, the largest one, it's got quite a bit of iron heavy matrix. A lot of side crystals. I wouldn't accuse them of cascading. They're a bit more chaotic. So pretty much more of a kindergarten amount of unruly little crystals on the side of one poor, partly polished crystal. You might call her mother crystal. These three rated good to very good at best. It's 2.32 kilograms for $39, flat 821. Onto some flat of, well, Irongo. We got black tourmaline here, and right off the bat, there is what I suspect. We'll check it out just now. A nice healthy dollop of highlight opal, smoky quartz, and foytite. Yeah, wee beastie. You know, foytite's just one of those little minerals that sticks up its hand and goes, I'm here, I'm here. Stop ignoring me, give me a name. It's only been 30, 40 years since it's been acknowledged. So I suppose it's going to try and make up for that time. Usually lustrous, the less or more rare version is that. That is spectacular. So there you got a little bit of German engineering in the old German colony of Southwest Africa, now known as Namibia. That is the most perfect fibrous termination of tourmaline shrill I've ever seen. Wicked good. That's special. What else is special? There you go. That's more the lustrous termination we used to. More sprays, inklings of more foytite, a little bit of feldspar, nice lustrous little crystals, more Mercedes engineering, and then the sprays and the vermiculite. I think black tourmaline shrill does have four, almost five different habits. Sprays, obviously massive, the lustrous, the smaller, where's an example here, I can't remember the name of them, but Carboner habit, I don't think I'm saying that right. 13, again, nice Mercedes-Benz. Okay, come, let's check if these have any highlight opal. Righto. Let's have a looky see. Nothing there. There's one. Yes. Quite a vehement amount of highlight opal. But not a speck elsewhere to be seen. That's a lot of responsibility for one little crystal. There we have it. 13 little black tourmalines, one with a lot of highlight opal plumage. And a little bit of foytite on that fella. Weighing 550 grams, these are rated good to A grade. They're going to cost $26. I tell you what, $26 and you get that? Mate, that's a no-brainer. That's flat 809. Next up, blue lace agates, partly polished blue lace agates, and the first one is an absolute dream. Look at that shiny juicy, and then there's a cheeky little octahedral double, not octahedral, a double scalahedral crystal. Funky. Off the cuff, this looks dirty, but on closer inspection you can see that there's quartz. There's a quartz layer right over that, which is rather pretty. In fact, my phone can't focus on it because it's confusing. Beautiful druzy coated botryoidal blue lace agate. There we go, that's very nice too. Also rather fetching as well. It's a beautiful flat of partly polished blue lace agate. Oh, hello, look at that. It's an entire snowfield of botryoidal druzy coated blue lace agate. That is a hell of a nice flat of blue lace. It is 1.65 kilograms, rated as A grade. Well, that'll be very good, but I tell you what, it's worthy. $60 is what they're going to cost. This is flat 564. On to some very dark lepidolite. This is Zimbabwean lepidolite, and these monkeys are big. Yeah, tree vermin. 3 standing freeforms. Oh, that is heavy. I reckon there's a lithium mine in Sandawana, which is quite south on Zimbabwe, part of the LCT corridor that stretches across to the east into Madagascar, actually. I'm looking for the mica flakes. That's a very nice flat of lepidolite. Excuse the monkeys on the roof. They weigh 1.58 kilograms. They're going to cost $43. This is flat 288. Next up, some aquamarine, the rough cobbed ones with the black tourmaline. That is a large chunkety chunk of aquamarine. Beautiful hexagonal habitators all over the show. Oh no, not Janis Joplin again. Oh boy. She rouses from the death every time a monkey dances across the roof. Dex, why is a boy dog taken over the life and spirit of Janis Joplin? These are the questions we should be asking ourselves whilst fondling rocks. That's right. 2 beautiful cob pieces rated as good to very good. These 2 weigh all of 1.575 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $39, flat 560. Then on to some botryoidal malachite. This is actually less botryoidal, and it almost seemed like it was part of some stalagmitic action. Some soft, subtle traces of chrysocolla covering the malachite, and here we got that nice velvety glossy touch. That was just me dirtying it now. That's the bottom part of the specimen, but that's really pretty, man. Very nice. Little speck of scruffing, but that's not too shabby. There's a bit more scuffing here, but not too bad. And this one is absolutely broccolicious. That's a wicked little specimen. These 6 little botryoidal malachites, they well, that's 1.19 kilograms, are very good to A grade copper action. It's $51 for flat 557. onto a flat that Cara could not stop talking about. It was rather annoying, actually. Let's go through them. This is a little Malagasy banded agate heart. A couple of vugs, which is, well, I suppose quite apt for a heart. No hearts are perfect. And I'm going to come to the anhydros in a wee while, but then look at this. That is actually rather spectacular. It's amethyst, but there's enough red hematoid in there to suggest, oh, look at the hematite on the corner there. That's cool. Oh, there's a whole vein of it. Fire quartz and amethyst all wrapped into one and more. Ha! And more hematite. That is a remarkable little piece. Purples and reds and silvers. Lots of actions happening here. It was just a speck of dirt. Quite remarkable, actually. That's a hell of a point. Stromatolite sphere. It's okay. Probably very good at best. And then a standing freeform that purports to be green opal, which is fair enough. It's green and it's not opally enough at all. There's no color exchanges there. But if you're looking for a small little green standing freeform, happy days. There you go. And then polychrome jasper sphere, also known as Picasso jasper, desert jasper. Colourful jasper from Madagascar. And then, of course, the polished smoky amethyst all over the show piece. Right, so there's supposedly 3 anhydros here. There's 1. Oh, I think it's just a veil. No?
No.
I had to wind Cara up in 2 seconds flat.
That's a very big anhydro. You can see it moving. So that whole outline over there is an anhydro. And then if you tilt it, you can see the liquid moving.
Maybe from your vantage point.
Okay, then I'll show you another one. Oh, look, I just found another one in there.
All right,
Anyway.
so basically we're looking at a hollow piece of quartz here that's been filled with water.
And then there's one quite far back, so it's very far back, that one, into the quartz.
Okay. Far back.
Through the circle.
Looking far back through the circle.
I can't see, so I hope I'm showing.
No, I can't see.
And then there's one more. Let me just show you, and then you can take over.
No, I can kind of tell by the big ass coaty lines there.
You can rub them out. That was me.
Right, so we're looking deep into the depths of the crystal, staring and gazing. And I'm giving up on the one in the distance. Let's move on to the one that has a little house drawn over it. Oh no, okay, put the light off. Let's try this again. I can't see on my screen, man. So I'm going to trust Cara. And there's another one. Was this the one we did first? That's the one. There's so many here. Man, it's so annoying. We're trying to appreciate a nice amethyst smoky crystal, and then all this darn water just gets in the way. Most annoying. Right, so this flat here, unremarkable, other than for all the remarkable, is 2.58 kilograms. It's going to cost $77. It is flat 384. Then we move to Josini, that's northern KwaZulu-Natal, for some amethyst geodes. Some very nice dark. There's nice and dark, nice and clean. There's a little flask.
That's what we should start calling amethyst anhydro
flask stones. This one here is, I wouldn't accuse it of anything. It's shiny. That's what that is. There's a little portal. It's part of the geode. Nice dark amethyst, dark amethyst, dark amethyst. That's pretty. That's whatever. For the large part of it, it's a lot of very nice dark amethyst geodes, and then a couple of whatevers, weighing 100 grams short of, 10 grams short of 2 kilograms. They rated good, very good to A grade. They are going to cost all of $41. This is flat 181. Then onto some sunset orange calcite and all its rhombohedral glory. Ooh, here comes Vuzi. Shh, 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 shh. How's that for orange? It is a brick of orange calcite. There's a beautiful orange, and that is bloody awesome habit. Anyone asks, what is rhombohedral? You point them in this direction and go, that is rhombohedral. A little bit of biotite messing up or giving some depth to the orange. And this last one's a bit chaotic, which holds its own kind of attraction, because you can make sense out of the chaos. These 4 little calcites, 3 calcites and 1 brick. It's 2.17 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. That's going to cost $37. That's a flat 37.9. Then 35 red hematoids from Karoi in Zimbabwe, and just off the cuff, these are exquisite. Beautiful, clean faces. Mostly. Ah, come on. You gotta be kidding me, Gavin. Hey, John. Why? What have you got against goats, dude? Why, Margaret? Why? How pretty is that? Beautiful white veil. The Zulu or general African word for goat is mbuzi, which is why I occasionally get accused of being mbuzi in Chebe, which is guy with goat beard, which isn't very flattering. But it's okay. I'll take it on the chin. Were you looking for a double terminated red hematoid? Well, you've come to the right flat. I've got one. And a couple more subtle hints, little double terminations all over. It's a beautiful flat. It weighs all of 1.95 kilograms, rated as, well, good, very good to A grade. It's going to cost $62. It's flat 973. Next up, from Rimfasmark, one of, wow, there's a couple of places in Namibia that produce exquisite fluorite. Rimfasmark is probably the best exponent here in South Africa. But yeah, Rimfasmark and Okaruso are like, well, peas in a pod. That is a beautiful translucent fluorite with a nice juicy coating. Some call it a bit of a daisy juicy because of the yellow. But I tell you what, I got piqued by these. I don't know if you remember a few 10 shows ago, we had a 40 kilogram block of Rimfasmark cubic fluorite, and that had a lot of highlight opal, which gave me the thought is we need more to see if all of Rimfasmark has highlight opal. And so we're going to find out. Righto, Rimfuss. Well, it's certainly, oh, there we go. It's got a lot of, what makes a fluorite fluoresce? Wow. Easy answer is impurities. This fluorite has certainly got a decent amount, more than decent amount of highlight opal as well. So that, if you're a fluorescent fan, should make your heart beat faster. There's a little bit of, what is that rouge beneath there? Let's take a closer look. That is certainly red. Manganese in there. I was surprised to find a highlight opal. Rimfuss mark, very few people had known about it. But that is certainly red. Turn around. A lot more highlight opal. But no more of the reddy stuff. Why? Very, very nice. Yummy. These two little Rimfuss mark beauties, they weigh all of 1.025 kilograms. That's the highlight opal. It's not dirty. That's also really pretty, man. Rated good to very good. They are going to cost $44. It is flat $5.63. Lekker. Then, cobalt bearing calcite, or as Nick likes to call it, rhodo calcite, which is naughty, but it is what it is. It's got some beautiful, this is Mashamba West material. It's you can see beautiful scalenohedral calcite, and then all along the ocean, that is the cobalt calcite. You got these beautiful little baby blue chrysocolla flecks, and all the calcite making little booklets intertwining, and then just a couple of interesting iron oxide splashes down the side there as well as there. A rather special specimen. Anything else? The dolomite? No. Nice coverage as well. It weighs all of 1.16 kilograms. It's going to be $198. This is flat number 559. Then on to a polished, do you believe this was Zambian? Yes, it is Zambian. A dark chevron amethyst point. Decent polish. I don't know, do you guys care about the curvature of the angles to the windows? Because this one is rather soft, if you know what I mean. It's like it comes across as slope. It's not a hard edge. Very tidy little point. It's rated as only very good. It weighs 670 grams. It is going to cost $25. It's flat number 810. Then on to the dreamy blues. This is planchite. Add chrysocolla. You can see there's lots of chalky, powdery chrysocolla in the mix, but look at the fibrous planchite. That is absolutely out of this world and hell of a rare. Many stratas in this one. There's formations of some Rossetti behavior there. Most certainly is on the other side as well. Absolute killer. Medium cabinet size. I think this is pretty much the largest of the ones we got. And it's the dreamy blue, baby. Yeah, man. That is wicked. It weighs all of 1.26 kilograms. Rated as A grade. It's going to cost $187. This is flat $561. Then onto a little itsy bitsy witsy rarity. It is citrine. It's a large cluster from Luena. How do we know it's from Luena? Oh, it's got a chip on the tip. That's how we know it's genuinely from Luena. But that is a beautiful shade of citrine. A couple of broken bits over there, but other than that is an absolute killer piece. Lots of cascading quartz or candellini around the sides as well. This little cluster weighs 3.155 kilograms. It's going to cost $152. This is flat number 556. Rightio, onto the second trolley. Yes. Got some, some mostly A-grade blue lace agate. Yeah, this recent batch has been really exceptional. There's an entire cave of blue shiny. If I can only get in there. And it's deep. It's an entire... Oh, get in there, mate. Yeah, look at that. Alright, that was fun. Plumbing the depths of blue lace. Nice bit of juicy. And here we go with a calcite as well. Always a pleasant side dish to some blue lace. Some really large. I wonder if they fluoresce. No, not really. But it's worth finding out, right? Yeah. Right, little calcite fella. Yeah. We got some. It's usually in the matrix. There's no shortage of it in the matrix. That's a manganese influenced calcite. Come on then. Turn you around. Yeah, the little scalenohedrals, they do show some excitement. Lots of calcite in the matrix again. Sure, that is a lot of manganese. One of the guys in Nsanje have considered finding a bigger manganese deposit. Okay, I'm going to have to lean it. There we go. It's not turning out really successful, but there's nothing much happening there. Just the matrix, which has got no shortage of excitement. These 6 little blue laces are not so little. They weigh 2.83 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They are going to cost all of $52. This is flat 565. Onto some partly polished and goony jasper. And I've been looking for these because, geez, I've been trying to find some that have been polished or at least flat discs, like proper slices, not just polished one side and sliced one side, because I reckon they'll make beautiful coasters for your African themed restaurant or dinner. Here we go, lots of hematite in the mix there as well. These little Northern Cape beauties weigh, they weigh all of 1.5 kilograms. This is flat number 772. $36. Oh, bargain. Woohoo. Right, on to some battery oiled or malachite. And here we go. Beautiful banded patterns in the malachite. And then all of that gorgeous broccololiusness on the top. A smally little one, so the couple aren't lonely. That's a cutie pie, little botroidal. And then a bit more of a shelf. Lovely velvety nature on the outside. These three rated very good to A grade. They weigh 1.51 kilograms. They're going to cost $64. This is flat 569. Then onto some Bucanote hook. There are two clusters in this flat. This is the larger of the two. Large windows, nice dark lilac tips. A little bit of scuffing on the side, hardly any matrix. It's tidy without being overzealous. The smaller of the two is an absolute beaut. Look at that little hedgehog. And that is a nice dark tint of amethyst, especially the tips. That is beautiful. Weighing 1.16 kilograms. These two are only rated, well, they're rated good to A grade, no doubt. That is the A grade, and that'll be the good grade. 1.16 kilograms for $31. I tell you what, $31 for more than a kilo's worth of Bucanote hook. That's a bargain. This is flat 792. Next up, silicated or silicated, or just silly chrysocolla. Look at that. Okay, I know that is the color teal. We've all decided this, right? That is wicked beautiful. And very light, because this matrix is extremely porous and rather brittle. So handle with care, unless there's no matrix. And it's just silicated chrysocolla, which this almost is. These two beauties from a mine close to Tenkafungarama in the southern province of Katanga, Congo, weighs 465 grams, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost a gargantuan $37. This is flat 572. On to some clear quartz, and well, this one's a smoky quartz palmstone or gallet. There's a lot of limonite. It's nice clarity, just a whole bunch of veils. It's beautiful and clear as well. This is not so clear. A bit more girasolish. All in all, they are beautifully clean and clear. No dramas. They are rated only good to A grade, which I suppose that would be the good grade only one. But then if this was Girasol, it would probably have been very good. It's all debatable. It weighs 1.35 kilograms for the 12. They're going to cost $38. That's a bargain for flat 781. On to partly polished red jasper from the Northern Cape here in South Africa. They look like proper little nodules of jasper. There are 16 of them in this flat. A thin one, and this has been polished both sides. Nice brachiated pattern on that one. And this one here has been polished that side. The rest of it, not so much. Let's just have a look here. That's nice. What is it? Probably biotite black in the mix there. Ooh, complete with additional gravel. Nice. These are 16. They weigh 2.58 kilograms. Rated as good to very good. They're going to cost $35. This is flat 968. Then on to some Rimfasmark. This is fluorite from the Northern Cape, sometimes also named Orange River, because it lies on the Orange River, or at least the hot springs, and Rimfasmark does feed the Orange River. There is a lot of highlight opal on this one. Beautiful clarity in the fluorite, and then that nice daisy druzy covering the bottom. 3 specimens in this flat. Beautiful scalenohedral dog tooth formations, subtly hidden by the druzy. And then the smallest of the 3, I'm going to assume that is highlight opal, and if it is, it's a lot of highlight opal. Proper quartz there. Let's see how much highlight opal there really is, or if it's just dirty. Right, Rimfasmark. Oh, yes, look at that. Hey, the impurities in the fluorite are just coming to that party. That is a lot of highlight opal. It's just smothered. Hardly any room for fluorite there. There we go, that's a bit more realistic. Less obscene. Oh, there we go, that red again, man. Who and what and why? Rimfasmark doesn't have a multitude of various species, so I'm going to assume manganese is just crept in there. But that is a beautiful fluorescence. All 3 colors there. That's the one, the small one. Oh, like the first as well. That's just covered in highlight opal. Never mind the fluorite. This is highlight opal with a little bit of fluorite attached to it. Wonderful. There we have it. It is literally some highlight opal attached to, with some fluorite attached to it. These 3 weigh 1.345 kilograms. Rated good to very good as far as the fluorite's concerned, but rated A grade as far as the highlight opal. They're going to cost $55. This is flat number 573. Next up, Sherezzi. Some, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 little, cluster for starters. It's a bit dirty. This one's beautiful. That's a Sherezzi or Shangan skeletal nature. That's beaut. And some single ones. I reckon these are rated medium to very good. That'll be more akin to A grade, but the rest are pretty whatever. Let me just see. Good to very good. 530 grams. They're going to cost $26. I just want to have a second look at this. Not much in the way of redeeming qualities. $26 for flat 118. On to some buttroid or malachite. 12 specimens in this flat. Here we go. That's proper. That's a beauty as well. In fact, most of these are absolute gorgeously beauties. Nice velvety nature. Few scuff marks here and there. Nothing overly serious. It's a nice bit of chrysocolla covering there. Filling in for the green. Likewise, this one. Little buttroidal malachite specimens from Katanga. They weigh 1.6 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $68. This is flat 567. On to some red hematoid. And these are a little different from the normal Karoi goodies where the crystals are massive large. These are smaller, but the clarity in the veils are so much clearer. It's gorgeous. Oh man, these are most certainly photo worthy. Oh, look at that veil there. That is smashing. Very nice. And then a little outcrop of red hematoids with absolute impeccable clarity. And then an absolute cacophony of red hematoid. This is all over the show. According to Earth's moods and dramas, obviously these were caught up in some tumultuous affair. And the proverbial outcrop of red hematoid. That's a beautiful flat. I'm going to take photos of some of these because I have to. Seven little red hematoids from Karoi in Zambia. What was it, Zambia? I thought it was Zimbabwe. $34 only. Great flat for $34. This is flat 782. Next up, here we go. Some polychrome jasper. There's two standing freeforms in this flat with beautiful patterns and beautiful contrasting colors. Also known as desert jasper or Picasso's excitement. Beautiful polish. That is a nice shape. I'd love to say more about it, but I feel overwhelmed by the occasion. These two, what do they weigh? I don't know what they weigh. Let me see. No. It's bound to be slightly more than a kilo and a half, but at the end of the day, it's $33 only for these two. Rated good to very good. Flat 822. 1.358, 1.3 for the two polychromes. Lekker. Onto some Malawi smoky quartz. There are 12. Well, it's not only smoky quartz, there's some beautiful orthoclase as well as no doubt some azurine. What's going on here? Oh, nice little crystal there. That's there's the azurine. There might very well be some zircon in there. Oh, and then that blue there, ribicite, possibly. Nice azurine there. There's a little smoky quartz corrected by the orthoclase. That is a beautiful dark smoky. Unfortunately, the tip is chipped. Thank you, Brian. That's right. I'm precious about my torch. And that is most certainly some zircon over there. Let's just try and zoom in if I can. Is it actually zircon? If I don't shake too much. I suppose it's easier to find out with the torch. 12 beautiful smokies. I'm going to see if a couple of these have more than just manganese. Here we go. Right, what's going on here? Yeah, the manganese is almost ever present. Manganese, and there we go. There's some zircon. Not where I expected to find it though. This is a... Oof, there's a lot of it. Right on the crystal too. Very nice. Oh, I suspect there's some on the other side. No. Oh, there we go, yo. Lekker ding. That's very nice. Some more over there. Nice, but this one in the center, ironically, I didn't actually think about that one, really does take the proverbial zircon cake. I would not have guessed zircon on this one, but it's there and it's strong. Very nice flat of Zomba minerals. They weigh 1.14 kilograms. Rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $32. Flat, 78. Onto some more malachite. After azurite pseudomorphs, there are 5 specimens, and that is absolutely magnificent. A little tower of pseudomorphism. Blades all over the show. This one blessed with a lot of chrysocolla over the top. Ooh, some nice silky at the bottom there. Blades, blades, blades. This one's absolutely stunning as well. It's got some beautiful velvety chatoyan malachite. It's a beautiful flat of collectibles. Excuse me. Weighing 1.22 kilograms, all rated as A grade. They're going to cost $88. This is flat number 620. Next, we cross over to Madagascar for some purple flash labradorite action and excitement. Look at the excitement from this little standing freeform. Not so much on the one side, but the other side's beautiful. 4 standing freeforms. These are blues and purples. That's very nice. There we go. Come on. Nice purple flash. Ooh, that's the good side. And this tall, almost slender one's got all the excitement in one stone. If not for that white line, that seam over there, and the two of these would probably all be A grade as it is. It's very good to A grade. They weigh 1.3 kilograms. They're going to cost $44. It is $11 for a shiny, shiny, excitable lab. It's a flat 568. Next up, optically clear little quartz points from Madagascar. All 35 of them look absolutely mint. This one's the odd one out, and still that's optically perfect. It's a squat little fella, slightly smoky. Likewise, this one's slightly smoky as well. I see no problems. I see no complications, no dramas, no damage, no baggage. Just clear optic quartz and a couple of veils. Very nice flat if you're in the mood for some rock quartz standing up points. These weigh 1 kilogram exactly, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $58. And this is flat number 33. On to some more, and this is a fancy ass flat of blue lace agate, naturally cobbed and complete with nice druzy. Bit of a squash in a small flat like this. That's beautiful. That is gorgy. Beautiful dark blue. Well, dark blue, not quite dark, I suppose. It's just a nice deep saturated blue. Likewise, this one with all the botryoidal covered druzy. And then shiny quartz for ages. so far, a flat of only A grade blue lace agate. That is a winner flatter blue lace. They weigh all of 2.85 kilograms. They are going to cost $52. This is flat number 571. Nice. Then on to some, hey, hello. Is that you, plant site? Ah, yes, yes it is. In all your chatoyant glory. Look at that. That is just stunning. A little bit of malachite in there as well. There's only 2 specimens in this flat. They both, oh mate, look at that. That is awesome. Mate. Right. Sure. Oh, that's breathtaking. That is 680 grams worth of blue rock pawn. It's going to be $102. This is flat double 5.4. Then onto a flatter goethite with some limonite attached to it. I'll show you. I'll see what I mean. Look at all those little specks. Beautiful clarity to the crystals as well. There are 21 clusters in this flat. I'm going to have to get to some and dig some up. That is a very good grade. But so far they've all been pretty wicked. Look at those large specks of goethite. And I tell you what, man, I don't blame myself for mistaking those for Hollandite when I first saw them. That's a nice shiny limonite sandwich. This, look at that. That is superb. Iron oxides for everyone, for each of them, and then a little bit of iron enriched druzy. That's funky. That's very Mick Jagger. 21 absolutely brilliant little iron oxide filled quartz clusters. They weigh 4.93 kilograms, rated as good, very good to A grade. They're going to cost $78. It's a winner chicken dinner, flat 893. Next up, a beautiful large celestite from Sakwani, a little village on the west coast of Madagascar. And I tell you what, my camera is not doing justice to the blues in the celestite. It kind of bleaches it out. If I do it from further away, maybe that'll work. Yeah, it does seem to make a difference. Yeah, that doesn't work too shabby. It's an improvement on before. But that is a beautiful geode. 10.88 kilograms, rated only as very good. Stands to reason. It's going to come in at a very reasonable price at $252 for almost 11 kilograms worth of strontium. It's flat number 111. And then on to another rimfas mark. This is a single large green fluorite cluster. Lots of cubic action happening there. A little bit of purple fluorite in the base, and then that daisy quartz over the top, and then the inevitable highlight opal. A little bit of quartz there as well. It's a beauty. Let's go see. Right, there we go. There's another little cinematic drama rock. It's a beautiful purple fluorescent fluorite, and then all the highlight opal on the top. Daylight, you think it's dirt, but no siree, that is highlight opal. Funny how I think the purple fluorite's a bit less active or less excitable than the green, as you can see there. Very nice. This medium cabinet little Rimfuss Mox special weighs all of 1.63 kilograms. Comes complete with some, highlight opal, $66 only. This is flat $5.70. Very nice. Then onto some dioptase from the Congo. What we got here are some large dioptase crystals, some heterogenite over there. Or you know what? Cuprite maybe? No. It is kind of reddish purplish. There's a lot of nice coverage, lots of large dioptase crystals. A little scuffing around the edges, and then we got that kind of bladed malachite. Not quite a pseudomorph around the side. Covering the dioptase. Oh, right, this it's a pretty specimen, man. It's 960 grams. It's going to cost $170 for almost a kilo of dioptase. It's rated very good, which is why it's affordable. This is flat 807. It's very nice. Then onto a single reasonably large silky malachite, and there's a lot of silky chatoyancy on this fella. I reckon rated very good to A grade. It's got an A grade side to it. Don't know if this is still dirty. I know the guy's cleaned them, but it does seem like it's still a little bit dirty. There's a lot more to this than just one side. It's a beautiful large silky malachite that is worthy of anyone's collection. It weighs 1.29 kilograms. It's going to cost $55 only. That is for 1.29 kilos. Bargain. Flat 566. Third and last trolley, and what better things to say hello to than malachite eggs. Beautiful patterns, not too much in the way of filler, quite uncommon. There's a little bit there, you can see a little bit there, but otherwise that's pretty solid. This one's just massive. Look at all the banded patterns, look at them, just look at them. A little arborescent patterning there as well. That's a beauty. It's a biggie. There's a little bit of filler there, a little bit of filler there and there. But other than that, and there as well, Aegis, Greenus, Beautifulness. These two, they weigh 1.38 kilograms, both rated as A grade. They're going to cost $113. It is flat 65. Onto a flat of Oh, these are so ugly. They've turned a corner and they've become absolutely gorgeous. We got some Bukanotuk, but the kind with the tiny crystallization around their sides. They glitter even more, but not much in the way of amethyst. There's a nice red hematoid, a little bit of iron beneath the window. 35 of these small little dainty clusters. Look at that, that's just covered in druzy. Oopsie. This one's gorgeous, look at that. This one's rubbish. Alright, so this is rated good, very good to A grade. There's 35, weigh 1.32 kilograms. They're going to cost $38. That's for 35 little Bukanotuk clusters, unencumbered by the responsibilities of amethyst. Just looking at this one, it's dark kind of mineral beneath the surface there. It's just interesting. $38 for flat 956. Onto some carnelian bowls. All 6 of them from Madagascar. Heavy in the iron. A little bit of quartz in there as well. Of quartz. That's a beauty. Perfect for putting your beard clips in. Or oil. There's a little line running there, but it's not a crack. No chips, no dramas. It's a happy days flat of carnelian bowls. Weighing all of 2.15 kilograms, rated very good to A. $87 is what they're going to cost. It's flat $4.50. Onto some Sashi River one side polished red agate. Well, partly polished and partly red agate, as you can see. There's a nice little vug in there, a little wormhole. Nice patterns. I like the ones with the quartz. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, pretty decent flat of Sashi River. I don't like these, where there's no patterning, just a discoloration from one side to the other. That's not bad, but otherwise, this is a very nice flat of Sashi River. And most certainly, rings of agate, so that's always a good thing. 1.52 kilograms, rated A grade, very good. They're going to cost $41. It is flat 163. Onto some botroidal malachite. Let's start with this little broccoli. There we go. That's beautiful. Nice. So 20 there. That is a lapidary. Hello. An ordinary lapidary slab of beautiful banded malachite with a vein of chrysocolla running around the side. That's pretty cool. Nice. That is some A-grade botroidal right there. Ooh, and check out the shiny. Apart from those couple of scuff marks, that's a beaut. Little startings of stalagmitic activity happening there. And then malachite with glitter. Ooh, look. Also just a little slab and then another beautiful botroidal. Very, very nice flat. C6. They weigh 1.32 kilograms, rated very good to A, and that's very good, and that's very good, but with a seam of chrysocolla, that's funky as. Rest is A grade, $56 for the 6. This is flat 574. Onto some more blue lace agate, and it's another flat of A grade, all over the show. Beautiful. Okay, maybe this one's very good, but only because of that top bit there. That is wicked stunning. Yummy. That is super duper clear quartz over the top. Very attractive, very aesthetic, very demure. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So the matrix has fallen off naturally, and then made space for the juicy to cover on the outside. That's very cool. More of a, oh man, these little Betroidals with the juicy on just take my breath away every time. And that is a flat of 12 A-grade blue lace agates. They weigh all of 3.99 kilos, not light. They're going to cost $73. This is flat 553. Onto some planchite. It is 12 beautiful, dreamy little chatoyant blue. Oh, look at the rosettes. Man alive. These are friggin' awesome. Slightly powdery. That's the normal chrysocolla on the edges. Oh, and soft, as you can see. Okay, take care, Francis. There's not many of these around. I don't think we'll see some anytime soon either. Here we got some normal chrysocolla over there. And then the planchite around the edges. Malachite in the mix. Why? Yes, please. No doubt heterogenite will creep into the scene as well at some stage, which is what's happened there. And there. It's a beautiful flat of planchite, weighing all of 555 grams, rated as A grade. They're gonna cost $83. This is flat 580. Onto some petrified wood limbs. There are 4 reasonably large limbs, and these are from Gokwe in Zimbabwe. And you see Gokwe's bark texture is just so much better than the Malagasy. Nice polish on the one side. Weighing 2.87 kilograms. These are all rated as A grade. Oh, so you can see a little bit of subtle hints of green nickel in the exterior. 2.87 kilograms is going to cost $57. This is flat 843. It's 843, that's right. Next up, black tourmaline, polished black tourmaline palm stones. All 35 of them from Madagascar. These will be rated very good to A grade. It's nice polish, man. I'm surprised there's no dust on them, because I tell you what, if ever there's a dust picker upper, it's a black shiny object. These are gonna, well, they weigh 760 grams. All 35 of them will cost $37. This is flat 451. Then on to some Nguni jasper. It's a 12 cobbed pieces. Beautiful iron rich patterning, as you can see there. It's a hard jasper as well, and it's not light. There's that familiar patterning which resembles the pelts of the indigenous cows here in South Africa. Hence the name Nguni jasper. The 12 weigh 4.16 kilograms. They're rated as very good to A lapidary material. They are going to cost $40. This is flat 139. Then on to some silicated chrysocolla. There are 13 specimens. A little bit of chrysocolla, and there's quite a bit of malachite over there as well. Seems like the malachite's also been silicated or drenched in silica fluids. Good to very good little one. Other than that, the rest are all pretty much wicked. Well, that is good grade, so 2 good grade. Let's call it 2 good grade. And the rest are all very good to A grade. Teal. Very nice. They weigh all of 540 grams. They're gonna cost $40 flat, 579. Onto your flat of polished points from Madagascar, and that is rather ridiculously attractive. With a lodolite in the mix there with a limonite, causing quite the chaotic inclusions, which is nice to see because it's that clear. Smoky amethyst, yes please. Dark smoky, veil in the tip there. Nice wispy smoke, that's quite attractive. And then a nice dark amethyst, also with some smoky elements. And then just a nice, beautiful, clear, smoky point. That is gorgeous. Very nice flat of smoky points. 700 grams, so it's going to cost all of $52, flat 981. Next up, all the way from Lesotho. That place on the other side of the Drakensberg, or part of the Drakensberg. If you don't speak Dutch or you don't speak Afrikaans, you may well appreciate the fact that Drak means dragon and Berg is mountain. So it's the Drakensberg, and these are dragon's teeth from Lesotho. And these beautiful, impeccable, well-formed scalenohedral calcite crystals are filled to the brim with manganese magic. So much so that they exude fire all on their own without UV. Can you see it? If you can't, you have no imagination. Right, for you that have no imagination, here we go. It's fire, lava, excitable manganese filled calcite. Beautiful. Angry little calcite. Or maybe just passionate. I think passionate. 20 of these little scalenohedral beauties that weigh, well, almost 1 kilogram. They're going to cost $45. That's for 20 Lesotho calcites, flat 435. Onto some sodalite from Kunene River. That's Namibia. That's beautiful. Oh, I like a nice bit of hematite in the sodalite there. 4 standing freeforms. Ooh, very nice. Beautiful hue of blue. Don't know if that's a filler or what. Lovely dark blue. That's wicked. Well, these are very good. And I don't mean very good like grade-wise. Mostly A grade. Somewhat very good in some of them. But other than that, very nice. They weigh 1.54 kilograms. They're going to cost $62. This is flat 47. Onto some silky. It's 2 beautiful silky malachite specimens. You can see the fans. The twins here's a lot more condensed. Speaks of a time when the cavity they started growing in probably got a little bit smaller. That's beautiful Chatoyant A-grade silky malachite, joined by a rather larger specimen and quite a lot heavier as well. See larger sprays of that beautiful Chatoyant malachite. Probably a bit more on the, you can see there. That's beautiful. More, but more very good than A. So very good to A grade. Flat of silky malachite, a large one. They both weigh 1.3 kilograms together. They're going to cost $55. This is flat number 578. Then on to some light lilac fairy quartz, or spirit quartz. There we go. And just off the cuff, these look exceptional. Very much A grade material. Also with an old-fashioned deposit where the crystallization around the planes is a lot smaller, the windows are a lot smaller, lending themselves to that fairy quartz name, because they shine. That's right. That's a beautiful little cluster. Quite a bit of goethite in the base here. Weighing 1.32 kilograms. They are, in fact, all rated as A grade. They're going to cost $47. Right, $47 for 1.32 kilograms. This is a bargain. Flat 787. Ah, geez, Francis, that's a 4 at the end. 784. Get it right, Tana. Then, cobalt-bearing calcite. We have one of those absolutely atrociously pink numbers. Yes, there are scuffs, yes, there are breaks, but you cannot deny this pink, its pinkness. It goes to bed at night being pink, and it wakes up in the morning pinker than before, and in a better mood, because it was obviously blasted out of its cavity. But that is beautiful. Joined by a little friend here with a rarity all of its own. It's Cowesite, and fortunately for the Cowesite, it also has a little bit of cobalt-bearing calcite attached to it. Nice, small, not too small, but small scalenohedral crystals. There you can see they are beautifully clustered together, along with that cobalt-heavy malachite. That is the Cowesite. It's a beauty. It's a pinky. It's a khaki greeny. These two, they weigh 915 grams altogether, rated as very, well, good. That's the pinky over there. To very good to A grade, because tell you what, some of those crystals are, oh, look at them, and that is beautiful scalenohedral activity. It's a collector's item. That's $157 for the two of them. It's flat 576. Lekker. Then onto, oh, did you want some beautiful A grade jigsaw puzzle ammonites? Well, look no further than this flat. There are two reasonably large ammonites with absolutely gorgeous patterning. And that's not as good as this one is. Look at that, nice and dark. And to bring us down to earth and take away the medal of A grade honor is this side over here. That's been fixed up slightly. You can see there's filler being used, but other than that, these two are absolutely gorgeous. Weighing all of 910 grams. They are rated, yes, very good to A grade. Like I mentioned before, they're going to cost a paltry $50. It's flat number 480. Onto some Kalkerfeld magic. This is a shutterkite, mostly chrysocolla in this one, but look at that beautiful little quartz-lined vug. That is rather precious. A lot more shutterkite around the side there. That's good. And then that could be bornite, could be a lot of things actually. That's shutterkite. That's interesting. Bit of malachite there as well. All kinds of copper happy cocktail activity happening there. Largest of the six. Also a freeform. It's dark, and then a beautiful dark shutterkite. A bit of malachite. Could be bornite. That's a whole lot of bornite. It is heavy as. There we go, chrysocolla, shutterkite. And then probably the runt of the litter is this little... Ooh, no, I take it back. That is beautiful as well. This is an awesome little flat of Kalkerfeld, 980 grams. They are rated good, very good to A grade. They're going to cost $46. I reckon that's a winner. Flat 849. Onto the centre of the trolley. We've got, well, kind of feels like we've done a lot of dioptase today, but I reckon it's worth it because it's nice to draw comparisons. So we've got a lot of beautiful dioptase coverage. A lot of these crystals are absolutely untouched and gemmy. The ones on the rims are invariably scuffed, but there are tons of dioptase here. With a bladed malachite on the side there. All in all, that is a stunning, and it's not a medium, it's quite a large cabinet specimen. Look at those little, oh, what, man? That malachite there is next level. It's a, geez, is that a stalagmite? Kind of looks like it is. 1.9 kilograms, rated good to very good. Stands to reason it's going to be cheap. It's not. It's $516 for flat number 70. But I wanna. That tickles me pink, man, or green for that matter. Next up, all right, we've got a beautiful large smoky quartz cluster from Luena. Clarity is most certainly stunning. There's a darker smoky edge to all the tips. Nasty break. That's also unfortunate, but other than that, it's an absolute beaut. Weighing all of 4.85 kilograms. It's rated as very good only. It's going to cost $201. This is a flat number 549. Onto a one-side polished only Mona Lisa of a Labradorite standing freeform. You got essence all around. The other side, as you can sense, there is much excitement in the background because it's time to go home. That's an absolute beaut, and it does look at you from here. It looks at you from there. It's wicked nice. It weighs all of 4.26 kilograms. It's going to cost a meager $86. This is flat 368. Then let's have a look at this. It's a once-off, I suppose. This is a large, or the bottom end of a malachite lined cavity. I don't like using the word cavity, vug, I suppose. The odd thing here is that it is aligning a chrysocolla, and for once it's the malachite that's covered the chrysocolla in contravention to the oxidation rules of nature. Thanks, nature, for throwing it in there. But that is rather special. It is rather fragile. You can see it is extremely thin at the base, at the top there. But there it is, man. That is a collector's item of note. The outside, yes, it also has malachite. It also has chrysocolla. You can see that deep red copper color as well. Over here on the side as well. Look at that. It is wicked good. Weighing all of 2.33 kilograms. This little item here, a once-off for what is 10,000 rand. It is $589. That is rather special. Let's go into this vug here. Look at that. Just look at the copper heaven. That's a copper cavity. That's a all-in-one, hole-in-one. Happy days. This is flat number 543. Happy days, indeed. There we go, guys. Thank you very much for joining us on another beautiful Tuesday. I wish you a beautiful further Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll catch you on Thursday. News-wise, everything's ticking along. Madagascar's looking good. Blue lace agate, we've got loads. I'm sure I'm missing something. Gary's planning to go to Gokwe, so there will be petrified wood coming in at some stage. Fresh Buchenhout, it's being worked on. There's 150 kilograms of A grade only. Hopefully coming in reasonably soon. I don't see it's going to be ready very quickly because it is dirty. The acid, the cleaning, all of that. I don't see fresh Buchenhout being here within 5 weeks, 6 weeks maybe. So that's all right. There's a lot to look forward to. Plus another Malagasy trip, plus another Namibian trip. I think we've turned the corner. See you on Thursday.